how long this is going to allow me to record, because I didn't try to clear anything off my phone. But I do want to come on here quickly. I had such a great time doing my little live last night. I don't even know if my makeup is fully blended, but let me go on. The single mom thing, I just want to say it's so heavily on my heart, and it does make me emotional. I get very emotional in the morning times. That just know that this whole single mom thing is a trick of the enemy. I do not feel like a single mom, even though I am not married, because I know that God did not make me singular. I know that He has been there with me for every step of the way. Even when I did not acknowledge Him, He acknowledged me. And I also know that God has truly been my provider. And I know that if He can be a provider for me, He can be a provider for my child. Yes, me and my person, my partner, whatever you want to call him, are on great terms. But nothing is promised to anybody, because you can be married for 10 years and have a 2-year-old, and that person who made that child with you walk out on you. But you're still not singular, and you're still not alone. And I say it's a trick of the enemy, because everything that comes along with the term single mom is a negative. You got to do it by yourself. It's all on you. The weight's on you. The emotionality is on you. The finances on you. That's a trick of the enemy, because you can always balance that thing off and shift it off and say, God, I don't know how I'm going to make it. God, I don't have it in me. God, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I need you right now. And He will come through. Whether you have to have that faith and that tenacity to know that you're not in it by yourself, because the trick of the enemy is very believable, right? It's a trick because it looks like it's real, but if you shift your mindset, your life will shift with you. Because the one thing I do know about God is that people make Him so external, but He really is internal as well, because He will give you a strength and ideas and things that you can do to better your situation if you are really sincere in your own heart. There's just so much negativity, and I think about it to myself. I'm like, man, ever since I started being transparent about being pregnant and stuff like that, people are so negative and so hateful. I'm like, and I'm not Mother Teresa. I'm not the nicest human in the world, but I would never kick a pregnant woman or put a pregnant woman down or say snide remarks and stuff. What am I gonna gain out of that? I don't know how that woman feels. So my heart just goes out to people who feel that judgment and internalize that judgment. Me, I feel like other people have the problem. They have the issue. They didn't get enough love. So it's up to you as the individual to make sure that you love yourself enough to know that you come from a loving God. And and I bring reality into it. I've bounced around a bedroom many a times and never had a child. So I know that it's not all upon me. You know what I mean? I know it's not all upon, oh, this is a coincidence or stuff like that. No. And people really try to make it happen, and it does not happen for them. So I'm not going to let something that is a miraculous event, something that's people cannot fabricate in a laboratory. I'm not going to, people, I see Gabrielle Union out there having a surrogate to have a baby, and you just don't know where people's mindset are when it concerns bringing another life into the world. So it's for the individual who does feel that negativity coming towards them, just know that it's a trick. You know what I mean? There's something about having a child that is a blessing, that is life-changing, that does open you up. Don't let anybody make you feel less than because you don't have a fleshly partner by your side. And I say that because I don't want to get caught up in this whole fantasy life, oh, this is the dream, this is the way, oh, you have the baby, you have the man, you have the marriage. That means nothing, because we know in these modern times all of that stuff can fade away. We know that. So don't make your life contingent, your happiness contingent upon something that is tangible, that can be taken away from you. But I tell you what, one thing that can never be taken away from you is the grace and the glory of God. I am serious about that. I do not like to preach to people, but I will tell you what, God has been there for me over and over again. There's something about grace, and there's something about mercy. Even if you're not a Christian, even if you're not spiritual, the idea of grace, look up grace. Give people grace. Give yourself grace. Okay? Once you start giving yourself grace and you really do understand grace, your life will shift. It's more than gratitude. It's so undeserving. Hey, that's all I got to say. I'm not even gonna let the video cut off today, man. Because I feel like I put it out there. It was a message. And enjoy the rest of y'all day. We have one of those little potluck things at my job. Hopefully all the food is store-bought today. But I still got to go to McDonald's and get my milkshake, girl. My arm's starting to hurt. Thank you guys. the honest ones. Seriously, so much for watching and supporting, and the hateful ones too. Thank you guys so much for watching, because I know that God is on my life. So baby, when you watching me, you watching somebody else. I'm not even gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why it's like funny to me. It's like, you little devilish people. You gotta learn. You gotta learn, and life will teach you. And it's better to learn with a loving and open and forgiving heart. I'm not gonna keep rambling because I feel like I can go on, girl. Got my pregnancy mind this morning. God is good. He is. Even when life isn't good, He is good. Bye, y'all.